You know, when I first dreamed up my house, it wasn't some flashy mansion begging for likes on Instagram. It was quiet, tucked into the earth like it belonged there. A place that didn't scream, "Look at me," but whispered, "This is home." I built it on the southern bend of Willow Lake, a little slice of nowhere in upstate New York, where the trees lean in close and the water's so still you can hear your heartbeat. No driveway you'd spot from the road, just a gravel path hidden by ferns, solar panels nestled under the pines, and a rainwater system buried so deep you'd need a treasure map to find it. That was my sanctuary, finished in the spring of 24. Every permit signed, every inspection passed, all by the book because I didn't just want to live here. I wanted to respect the land, you know? I'm Matt Harper, by the way, and this is the story of how my dream home turned into a battlefield, not because I went looking for a fight, but because some folks decided my land was their shortcut to power. See, I didn't just own the lot where my house sat. Through a family trust, I'd quietly pieced together most of the lake's southern shore, parcel by parcel, like a puzzle nobody else cared to solve. I kept it wild, no fences, just some low stone markers so the deer could still wander through. The way my grandpa taught me, he was a surveyor back in the 60s, always said the land's got a voice if you listen. One night, rummaging through an old shed, I found his maps, brittle as dry leaves, with his handwriting scrawled across one. Private, no access, protect the shore. That was my bloodline, etched in ink, and I wasn't about to let it fade. Trouble started with a letter, all fancy cream paper and a gold embossed seal from the Willow Grove Homeowners Association. Sounds like a country club, right? It was signed by Lisa Conway, their president, with this polite but venomous tone, like she was asking me to pass the salt while holding a knife. She said the HOA had unanimously resolved to ask me to tear down my house, to restore communal lake access for their gated community next door. Oh, and they tossed me $100,000 to cover relocation costs, like I was some squatter they could buy off. I laughed so hard I nearly choked, then sent back a one-line reply. This is private land, no access, no deal. Certified mail, done. Figured that'd be the end of it, but man, was I wrong. 3 days later, I'm walking down to my dock and there's this shiny new sign, green and gold, bolted into a post like it owned the place. Willow Grove Community Access, all residents welcome. I mean, the nerve, it was like finding a welcome to Narnia sign in your backyard. I ripped it down, tossed it in the shed, but by morning 2 more were up, plus a trash bin labeled, HOA provided, keep our lake clean. I was steaming, so I set up trail cams 4 of them, infrared, motion activated, the works. Within a day, I had footage, Lisa Conway herself, strutting down my path with a posse of neighbors, clipboard in hand, sun visor perched like a crown, pointing at the lake like she was Christopher Columbus. I could hear her on the audio, all smug. Don't worry, folks, this is communal land. Just a paperwork mix-up. That house is temporary. Temporary? My blood boiled. One guy asked if he could fish there, and she waved him off. Go right ahead, we're just reclaiming what's ours. That's when I knew this wasn't a misunderstanding, it was a heist. I spotted a familiar face in the footage, though. Ethan Reed, this young guy on the HOA board, always looked like he'd rather be anywhere else at their meetings. He wasn't smiling in the video, just shifting his weight, eyes on the ground. I shot him an email. Saw you at the lake, want to talk? 2 hours later, he replied, not online. Rusty's Diner, noon. We met, sat at the counter, pretending to care about the Weather Channel while he shredded a napkin into confetti. Finally, he leaned in, voice low. They know that land's yours, Matt. Came up in a title search 2 years ago. Lisa buried it. I raised an eyebrow. You got proof. He slid me a thumb drive, wrapped in a sticky note. Board meeting video, encrypted. I'm done being their pawn. I asked why he was helping me, and he just stared at his coffee. Because lying to people isn't what I signed up for. Things got uglier after that. Someone left a gutted fish on my porch, stuffed with a soggy HOA picnic flyer, no note. Just the stench, like a mafia warning. I scrubbed the boards for days, but the smell clung, and it wasn't just a prank, it was a message. We're watching. I didn't back down, though I doubled down, dug through every land record, every deed, every zoning file within 5 miles of Willow Lake. And holy hell, I found a gold mine. Back in the 80s, a shady developer carved up the land for Willow Grove, but he never touched the shoreline, couldn't, because it was ours, a crescent-shaped strip my family held since Grandpa's day, running right under their precious pool house and nature trail. They built their whole community on a lie, and Lisa knew it. Then came the county inspectors, two guys in orange vests, looking like they'd rather be fishing. Got a report about drainage violations, possible wetland breach, one said, almost apologetic. I walked them to the shore, showed them my native grasses, my runoff filters textbook eco-friendly. The older guy just nodded. False report, we're out. But Lisa didn't stop. My cams caught her again, pointing at my dock, telling her crew it was illegally extended into public water. I zoomed in on the footage, heard her say, "He's bluffing. Nobody's owned this since the 70s, just act official." Ethan sent me more. An email from Lisa titled Pressure Tactics, outlining how to break me fake violations, public shaming, anything to make me feel alone. Alone? Nah, I was pissed. The breaking point came at dawn, when I woke to the growl of diesel engines. I looked out and saw a backhoe tearing into my land, 20 feet from my dock, ripping up ferns like it was a construction site. I stormed out, barefoot, in sweatpants, yelling, "What the hell is this?" The crew showed me a laminated sheet, some fake permit from a Willow Grove Improvement Committee. I snatched it, saw no county seal, no signatures, pure fiction. "Shut it down," I barked, but they just stared, until I saw her, Lisa, up the path in a powder blue jacket, smirking like she'd won the lottery. I marched up, got in her face. "You forged a permit and sent a backhoe onto my land. That's not a misunderstanding. That's a crime." She didn't flinch. "It's disputed territory, Matt. Just a small dig for community access. Call your lawyer." I laughed, raw and angry. "Oh, I will, and you'll wish you'd stayed in your cul-de-sac." I called the sheriff, my lawyer, Ethan, everyone. The cams had it all. Lisa, the night before, flashlight in hand, plotting the dig with a contractor, saying, "No permits, we'll drag it out in court, he'll fold." Fold? Never. Ethan sent the knockout punch, a full Zoom recording of Lisa ranting to the board. "This guy's a threat to our community. We break him, pressure, shame, whatever it takes." That was it. I walked into my lawyer's office with binders, hard drives, and one demand: sue the HOA, full damages, make them bleed. She grinned. "Matt, let's go to war." The trial was a circus, neighbors in cardigans, local news sniffing around, Lisa in her visor like she was untouchable. My lawyer, Claire, was a shark, laying out our deeds from '73, the fake permits, the trail cam footage, Lisa's own words projected for all to hear: "Break him, whatever works." The room went dead quiet. Ethan took the stand, confirmed Lisa buried the title search, and lied to everyone. Lisa snapped, called him a traitor, and the judge, this no-nonsense guy named Carter, shut her down. One more outburst: "You're in contempt." Claire sealed it with 2 permits, one real, one fake, Lisa's signature on the forgery. The verdict? HOA guilty of trespass, fraud, defamation, $1.3 million in damages, their board dissolved, Lisa cuffed on the spot for felony charges. She hissed at me as they led her out. "This isn't over." I didn't blink. It was. Peace crept in slowly, like the lake itself. I replanted the torn-up shore with help from local ecologists, Ethan pitching in, quiet but steady. The county named it Willow Shore Preserve, put up signs, entry by permit only. Kids came to study frogs, birdwatchers showed up with binoculars, no trash, no drama. One day, a letter arrived, no sender. I believed her. "I'm sorry." I pinned it to the fridge, a reminder I didn't need to carry anymore. Neighbors brought pies, paintings, and apologies. A plaque went up at the trailhead, preserved by Matt Harper, 2024. I didn't cry, but I stood there a long time, sun warm, wind soft, feeling my grandpa's hand on my shoulder. A year later, I'm on my dock, boots off, watching kids fish with bamboo poles, laughing like the lake's always been theirs, and maybe it is, in a way, as long as they respect it. Ethan's running the county's eco program now, and Lisa? She's picking up trash in an orange vest, court-ordered restitution. I handed her a shovel once, said, "This land's not yours, not mine either, we're just borrowing it. So leave it better." She didn't answer, but she dug. At sunset, I sit under a new plaque by the dock. Respect is a choice. I lean back, sky burning orange, and for once, it's not a fight, it's just home. So what do you think? Was I right to dig in, or should I have compromised? Ever dealt with a bully like Lisa, or an HOA gone rogue? Drop a comment, share your story, I'm all ears, and trust me, this lake's got room for more voices.